talking about Estonian war movies. Estonian war movies with Shaun. Take it away.
Okay, this is late on in the war, and it starts off with SS Estonian division, basically. You know, Estonian troops. So it starts off on the eastern front, and there's a bit of a battle with the Russians, and then they retreat, and then there's another there's a group of Russians that they sort of ambush, but the Russians are Estonians as well. Mm-hmm. So, and anyway, they say, oh, Estonians, and some people have been shot, and obviously they go over, and the Russians let the Germans go, and the guy gets a letter, finds a letter from one of the Germans, the Russian, and he goes to deliver this Russia to the town that they're at, and it's this German soldier's sister, and they sort of fall in love, I suppose, a bit melodramatic anyway. And then, well, I won't tell you the end because it will spoil the end. But so basically that's what the movie is about. But what is so absolutely first class in this movie is you've got the German side of it for like the first half of the film, and then you've got the Russian side of it for the first half of the film. So it's not saying, and really the only negative, there's nothing really negative from it. It's just basically a soldier movie. You know, I think the only thing is they said certain Estonians are sent to the Gulag, and one of the commanders is like a really, really horrible Soviet person that wants to do horrible things. So anyway, so you've got this movie. It's two halves. You've got the Germans, you've got the Russians. No one's particularly horrible. No one's particularly nasty. But what's the protagonists that just survive the whole thing, you know, and can dodge like zillions of bullets and hundreds of explosions and all that. In this, the people actually do get killed. You know, they're like the officers, the main people, that they actually do. So, and it just looked really, really authentic, and it felt really, really authentic. It just felt like a war movie should be. And what I really, really loved about it was you see it from both sides. So you've got the Germans, you know, but they're both Estonians, and you've got the Russians, which are Estonian. So obviously, I guess that's where the force to fight come, because you'd have to have chosen one side or the other.
So essentially, they're saying that some Estonians were forced to fight for Germany, and some Estonians were forced to fight for Russia.
Yeah, that's what I would sort of say. I don't think they were impressed all that, but I think because of the situation, what they were, those Baltic states during the war, you had to choose one side or the other. Otherwise, you know, that was basically it. Did you choose the Russians or did you choose the Germans? So that was a bit of a dilemma for them as well. But what I liked about it is there was a shootout between the two, and they just both happened to be Estonians. In fact, some were even from the same town, which is hence when they take the letter to the sister. So, which you think is his wife. Anyway, it's just a really, really good. In fact, I'd say it's probably one of the best war movies I've seen, and I've seen a lot of war. I've seen a lot of war films. I love the uniforms. I love the equipment. It all seemed really, really proper, legit. As I say, it showed. I mean, you had the peasants were shown as peasants. I don't know if they're peasants, but like the farmers were like just before the fight, the Germans are there and they turn up and they say, "Oh, have some food and something and all that," and then after there's like a bit of a battle, and the same villagers come up and they say, "Well, what happened to those other other people?" You know, and they were obviously oblivious to who was who. But, but no, it's great, terrific, really, 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 really thoroughly enjoyed this.
No, Shaun. Now, you saying that this is one of the best war movies you've ever seen?
Yes.
I mean, this has been
high praise indeed, isn't it?
This has been an amazing year. We've had Shaun watch a horror movie that he says made him jump once. That's massive.
That's huge.
And we've had Shaun say that, look at me, this is a war movie, and it's one of the best war movies I've ever seen. Yes. High praise indeed.
It really is.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's got a wow factor then.
That has got a wow factor. And I mean, I just loved it because there was nothing really silly in it. Nothing really, really silly in it. The the main characters that you think, oh, I'm gonna see. I like that when that happens. I mean, recent film called The Hunt. I think the last one I saw before lockdown.
Oh, The Hunt, yeah.
Or the one straight afterwards. But I love that because you thought gone. It was great. So, and this is like this. So I am gonna. Do I stick my neck out? I'm so tempted to give this a biggie. I'm the only five. I'm trying to think. It is outstanding. It is outstanding. For me, it was outstanding.
There you go then.
So yeah, so I'm gonna have to really give this one a 5, I think, because I did really enjoy it. So there it is. I think that's our first 5 of the year, isn't it? Since the pandemic. I mean, a real super surprise. And if I hadn't watched that one, which I watched, I probably wouldn't have given this one a look. But really, totally great. Really good movie.
So okay, now Shaun, the problem is that now Estonian cinema has a very high bar.
Yeah.
In your mind. So the next film that you watch from Estonian cinema is going to be On to Hiding.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
That's it.
Good stuff. So, a 5 for 1944 Forced to Fight. Our first